When the time's right, I'd appreciate a chat. We need to find Cora and talk with her. She made it sound like it's life or death.
Still no word from the cabinet. Anything you wanted to discuss in the interim? Then I guess it's just a...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
You see that scientist out in front of mast? Staring at trees, sounds upset. Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report. Perhaps you could summarize for the cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, they've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her...
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no...
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among... Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming?
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be...
So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the Ark?
If the stakes weren't so high, we wouldn't be asking, but...
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point. Very well.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, what is that?
When the time's right, I'd appreciate a chat.
Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
Stop! That's it. We're trying to hit it with everything you've got.
Please! I can't stop!
And down.
Please don't. He's not.
Target's down.
Thank you for what the way those people were acting. I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just...
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire. Let's do it.
That's unlocked. Please, do what you can.
I don't think we're alone.
God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's
An
move!
evacuation order has been issued for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
Don't just stand there! Good!
That was even easier than I expected.
Our experts? We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before, huh? Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
Not sure we could have done this without you.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you two had...
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have something. Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did. Your concerns about the Terramorphs will
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized, as soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colony. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her... And on behalf of the...
You've got the capital. Pull back it to prevent
I'm
more
gonna go
attacks.
check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
didn't get where we are by sitting on our laurels. Our laurels, in fact, became uninhabitable.
Just doesn't add up. Spaceport has anti-Xena protocols.
Have you seen these orders? A Vanguard captain. Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the... And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct? Last I checked, it takes 2 parties to fight a war. But, since you're such an expert, I'm sure you all... Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergence. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll get them both and you'll have your data. But that... I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate. And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative. But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun? The good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
Well then, hope she's doing a good job.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with... Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her. And who knows? Maybe that'll work. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely... Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters. But getting caught trespassing is a quick... So, if you are going to try and access the device... Now, we recovered some intel, we believe, but there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. And take these. Ambassador Balmore's. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, he's since lent his support to a small number of archives, though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn your... It does. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare. Scans of the facility... Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties. I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you... And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there. Now, if you have additional questions, I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Be smart out there, Captain. Welcome back. Good luck then, Captain.
The colony war. No winners there, just orphans and mourners.
You are a visitor? You'll find the ambassador in our office.
I could really bend your ear when you got a moment.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or conference room.
Always good to get back to Freestar soil, even if it is surrounded by
Security
Atlantis.
still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment? Ah, so you're the one they called about. You have my thanks for what you did down there. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf.
Ambassador, I can't emphasize how important it is.
And who might you... Oh, I recognize that face. You're a Co, aren't you? Didn't you run away to help that little...
Really? I explored. Ma'am, I've signed up to help my friend here, who's looking to stop a whole heap of needless pain and suffering. Imagine if this happened in Aquila City, or Neon. We owe it to our people to do something.
It's a The way to do that, I believe, is clear. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible. You're really gonna push this? I'm listening. In the end, we all just want to be safe in our... The UC doesn't get to tell the Freestar Collective. I suppose you're right. Our job and our... It's possible I might be letting my history cloud my judgment. I suppose you might be right. Well, Captain, you make some... But if I'm really granting you access, Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. You go in once, and all research done with the data will be monitored. Freestar scientists will... So, do we have an agreement? Excellent. They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Here, I'll reach out to Deputy McIntyre. We'll coordinate the necessary oversights. Two unlikely allies, I guess.
They have mixers for expats at the embassy every now and then. Only place you can get some good old Aquila City beer.
Yes, exactly. It's like when someone insults you, you want to just...
Apply today at the nearest kiosk.
You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're able. I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot. We need to find Cora and talk with her. I mean, is it supposed to look like this? With the room, you just never know. Holy hell happened here? It just gets weirder and weirder. I expect you to walk away from this business.
seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss. Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy. I suspect the venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more... Tell me, though, what is it like? Has the rest of the city... Is that right, huh? Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that you were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. And the broadcast spoke of terror more... A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places... An archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terror... The preservation of life stands as the very purpose. But if I am to grant you access, For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just card. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is.
For whatever it's worth, Sam Coe here.
Well then, please.
You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're able.
Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good.
Galbank. Can you smell the rampant capitalism?
Hey.
Captain, you're back sooner than... So the old man was... And now, I've already arranged When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you Here, the UC code piece and an ARC absolute best beat.
Excuse me?
Captain, congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard.
On the record? What response?
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the Archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin. Unlocking. You may proceed, Captain.
Hello.
Okay. Hello.
There you are. Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. So whenever you're ready. Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly... The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you.
Indeed. The most important of which is
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
I used to be an actuary. Now look at me.
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen? Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values? Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terran, and they've stated they'll only share it with you. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the... Let's hope it never comes to... Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make...
We need to find Cora and Doc.
You have a nice day now.
We need to find Cora and talk with her.
I wonder if I'll miss what you just with Tony and I. Naja, it's all
Yes, your immaculateness. What can I do for you?
Thanks for grabbing me. Cora wanted something and I was hoping you could humor her. For me. Cora, so what's so important that you needed us?
Thank you for talking to me. I got something super important. Something's wrong with Mom.
You just figuring this out?
No.
Wait, you read each other?
Focus. You believe me, right? Very serious.
Listen, trust me, Lillian Hart is not in trouble.
This is not
I don't even know where she's stationed, Gumdrop.
Dad. She's on.
I know this is a whopper of a favor to ask, but there will be no end to this until... Yeah, you too. Cora's just worried. Don't even get me started about the time
I was 5, Dad.
Lillian will be at the ranger outpost on Neon. That's Jalen, Price's office. It should be easy. Cora sees Lil. When you get a moment, can we talk? Personally, I think we make a hell of a team. Yes, indeed. Next time. Not used to someone else riding captain. Catch you later.
What's next on the agenda? Saving the world? Saving the galaxy?
Mom's got to be okay. She's just got to.
Back among the stars. As a heavenly celestial, it must feel good for you to see your family. Craft jump successful.
Welcome to Freestar Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband, and you can be on your way. That's all we need. Enjoy Neon.
Neon, where every vice can be indulged, and they make up new vices every Thursday.
Tavern Anastas has run into some trouble. Word to the wise.
Packaged food? Got anything? Euro lamps? Oh yeah. Boost packs. Got those too. Just don't even bother with that other place. It was good.
Welcome back. Listen, feel free to... Wait, is that Sam Coe? Here to yell at Lillian personally? Maybe change...
Listen, this ain't about me.
Oh, I didn't see you, Princess. Sorry. So why are you here then? I'm sorry. I just can't help you. I'm afraid I cannot disclose that info. You do remember that from your Ranger days, Sam? About civilians not being allowed to know sensitive information? It's Cora, right?
So, this is official business. Now, I haven't heard from Lillian in some time. I know she was working a case, a big one, and was feel free to search her desk. Maybe there's something there. Sorry, that's all. I was following procedure. Listen, I've heard a lot of stories about you. If Lily needs an assist, she couldn't ask for it. So good luck.
So what'd you find? Oh, it is something.
An address of Lillian's confidential informant.
A snitch. Someone that works for bad. Well, looks like we have a lead. Shall we? And the field trip continued.
Dad!
I didn't know what to make of you at first. And together, I feel like we could do some serious damage. Always a pleasure. Well, not the best neighborhood.
Door's locked.
Well, yeah, you'd have to be certifiable to leave your door up. What are you doing?
Picking the lock.
What? Where the hell did you learn to do that?
A book. Oh, and Vladimir.
I told you nothing good will come from those books. I can't believe my little Cora is picking locks. Ain't that the truth? But seriously, dragging her all over creation? Well, Neon's a rough town. She's... You really think so? I mean, I know you said Constellation's good for her.
Lock's done.
Well, I guess...
Read any good books lately?
Jesus. Cora.
Dad, I've seen worse. He's just dead.
Yeah, okay. Well, stay away from this. I need it, Cora. We'll investigate.
If that's the CI, does that mean Mom...
Mom's as tough as they come. It does mean that whatever she's involved in, it's not some milk run. Looks like you found it.
What's it say?
Shit. Sioka Syndicate. Victor compound. Some Lillian's doing a deep cover. My thought. Cora, listen to me. This is...
No.
The Syndicate is very real and very deadly. There's no way.
No. But she's my mom. I can be a pair of eyes. I know if Mom...
I know that look. Yes, do you hear that? It's not just me that's worried about you.
I promise. I'll be careful.
All right.
People joke, say those Varun zealots worship.
something was wrong, but not like this.
Time to spare, I have some important information I'd like to share with you. I have some important information for you. Thanks for responding to my hail. We've been trying to contact you about your ship's extended warranty. Due to the uncertainty of the It sounds like you're in. First, I need to before filing. Additionally, we require claimants will also need to submit